Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle.
Let's play Beat Mix.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
Scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time for Beat Mix.
And it's time to get cracking?
No, here's
Release the Kraken.
I mean, let me just say this.
Sploosh.
I know I'm not supposed to look over people's shoulders.
You have every right. It's right there.
I mean, I know I'm not, but again, the big screens are in front of me.
No, it's fair. I'm not giving you a hard time for it.
What are you looking at,
What else?
Steve?
What are you
A
what else is
targeted
he looking
ad.
at?
I got an email this morning. I'm excited about the draft. And then I realized one of my favorite Seahawks hats from the draft from a couple of years ago, they made a cool Seahawks black hat.
Okay.
And this year they stepped it up and they have a really sweet Seahawks draft cap that's black with a blue rim. It's got the big Seahawks in the green and then script Seattle.
Here comes the impulse buy.
Yeah, can you help me out here? What makes it a draft hat? Like, why do we need a draft hat?
Because this is the hat that the player will put on when they get drafted.
Oh, these guys are marketing geniuses.
And just like the Harvard shirt, if you wear that hat, it means you've been drafted by the Seahawks.
True. If I order it now, yes, you're absolutely right.
You, sir, are 100p correct.
The only thing is, like, I like the fitted version, and I don't buy fitted versions, but the fitted one's all black on black with a green.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, why don't you get the jersey that says number one draft pick? Let's just make it official.
Yeah, I'm just going to drop $129.99 for that, BJ.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're right. This is ludicrous that I would think of you making such a purchase.
Hey, Steve, what's the website?
Oh, it's just on the Pro Shop.
Okay, got it.
See,
Yeah. It's www.wegotdannytomakeasuckerpurchaseagain.com.
Oh, yeah. Buy one, I got to buy one.
Yeah, both of those together, man. They're each other's
You
devils on
guys
each
are
other's
moron
shoulders.
brothers when it comes to this kind of stuff.
I think we're very smart brothers.
They're
when it comes
Eskimo
to
brothers
this.
in the world, but you guys are moron brothers is what you
I
are.
wasn't going to put it that way, but I mean, you're not really wrong.
You're not wrong.
I know.
The two of you are just like, you deserve each other when it
Free
comes.
shipping over $49, BJ.
Oh, well, now you can get that jersey.
Do it.
And I have to get two things.
You and Danny should buy together.
You should get that jersey.
If you're going to get free shipping it, I'm just saying that.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I
you
hate
just
to
buy
get it.
both hats, and then Danny can get
I
you.
can Venmo you.
Oh, you know what? I saw it in a different light. I thought the Seahawks was in white, but it's in green.
That's what I'm talking
it's in the
about.
red green. Or the energy green, or whatever the heck we call it.
So you want one too? That's what you're saying, BJ?
Oh, no, I don't. I'm trying to get that second purchase. Yeah, I could use, I'm telling you, I could use some Mariners t-shirts, like kind of things. I'm a little short on that stuff. So with Father's Day is coming, because I feel like this is going to be the Mariners' year. It's the only baseball team I think I can root for, to be honest with you, because my other team is just tanking it.
Yeah, I saw that too. Sorry, dude. Well, while you guys are browsing the pro shops, let's get to our contestant. We got Abe in Tenino. Abe, are you there?
I'm here.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here before you make more purchases.
I can't do it. I'm going to leave my phone in here so I don't make the
Yeah, you can't do it yet. Yeah.
I need to check my text.
Danny, you need to. Yeah. Oh, there he goes.
Yep,
He
he's
took
taking
the
his phone
phone
with him.
after. Oh.
For those playing at home, Abe will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Abe, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Which Hollywood film studio's logo is a mountain surrounded by 22 stars?
Paramount.
Yes. Jessica Alba starred in the rom-com Good Luck Whom?
Chuck.
Yes. Which chess piece often has a horse's head?
Knight.
Yes. In what decade was Jay Leno born?
60s.
No.
50s.
Yes. What is the main color of the Monsters, Inc. character Sully?
Blue.
Blue, yes. What number president was founding father James Madison?
Washington Adams. 5.
Yes. What is the longest currently running game show in the U.S.?
Jeopardy.
No.
Price is Right.
Yes. What is the only mammal naturally capable of true and sustained flight?
A bat.
Yes.
Nice.
What color is the northern cardinal bird?
Red.
Yeah. And Abe gets 9 out of 10. Just didn't get to that last question. So good answers there, man.
Boy, this would have been a day for me to bet breakfast instead. I've already lost.
Yeah, it would have been. But thanks for the breakfast this morning for yesterday.
No problem. I'll be back on the winning train soon.
Oh yeah, someday. I'm not going to bet today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we don't need to. We already got breakfast coming, so I don't need to worry about it.
Well,
so much.
this would be another day for you to bet because I would have given you the same bet where Steve would just have to lose.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know, but we're fine with
He's
that.
not doing it.
Yeah,
I don't care. I'm getting a sweet latte this morning.
Nice.
Yeah, but what about tomorrow? You can get a sweet lunch.
You know what? Can we bet for a Seahawks draft hat?
Wow. Well, geez, Rev.
No, I ain't plunking down that. That's about the equivalent of 2 Starbucks drinks.
You're not lying there.
I think I'm going to hard pass on that one. Are you ready, Steve?
Yes.
Which Hollywood film studio's logo is a mountain surrounded by 22 stars?
MGM?
No.
Warner Brothers?
No.
Miramax?
No. Jessica Alba starred in the rom-com Good Luck Whom?
Chuck?
Yes. Which chess piece is often a horse's head?
Pawn?
No.
Rook?
No.
Knight?
Yes. In which decade was Jay Leno born?
30s?
No.
40s?
No.
Come on, Steve, you can do this.
50s?
Yes. What is the main color of Monsters, Inc. character Sully?
Green?
No.
Blue?
Yes. What number president was founding father James Madison?
5.
Yes.
Wow.
What is the longest currently running game show in the U.S.?
Price is Right.
Yes. What is the only mammal naturally capable of true and sustained flight?
A pelican?
No.
That's it.
Eagle?
No.
A bat?
Yes. What
Whatever.
color is a northern cardinal bird?
Red?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Steve, you got 8 correct. And you lose 9 to 8.
Well, Rev is a really smart guy. He's not betting when he shouldn't, betting when he should.
Yeah, I just
Tide's a turning
I
point.
had to hold them.
I didn't think you would miss the first question, but I figured you'd miss a lot of ones you got. So, well,
I got lucky on none of them. I was all
Yeah, you really didn't get
exactly.
lucky.
All brains there.
all brain power.
Nice work, sir.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
You too,
too.
buddy.
Quick to the point, came in, wrecked Steve. Yeah, moved on.
Hey, he's a man of few words, but the words he utters
We're correct.
makes him a winner.
What was the movie one?
The movie won the Hollywood Film Studios logo that is a mountain surrounded by 22
You've seen
stars.
it. Those stars come in on the mountain and circle.
Yeah, they circle it and
I
come
could-
If you were
over.
a Star Trek fan, you definitely would
Paramount.
know.
Yes. Which was funny because he was, like you said, MGM, which is the lion.
MGM.
Yeah. And then it was like Warner Brothers, which is just the giant WB.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I can envision all of these ones and there's no mountains in them whatsoever.
No, I just couldn't. I couldn't picture the name, but I could see exactly what you guys were talking about.
Well, that was the one that cost you, buddy. So
Yeah, it did.
Sorry about that.
So wait, that would have been. Did I get another one
would've been
wrong?
tied.
No. You would have tied though. Neither of you got to the last question. So it would have been 9-9. Unfortunately, that's not how that works out there.
Yeah, you lose.
Thank you, BJ.
I don't think I played the song. I should probably play it.
I heard it.
feel like I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
lose her.
I feel like I didn't play it.
No, you did. It's stupid 3 doors down.
There you go. Hey, there's a new poll out there just showing you how people want to do their working jobs. And I'm imagining it's just because the younger the workforce gets, or, that the more they bring their rules into play. And this new poll, 65% of people say they think it's cool to bring friends, a significant other, or even the whole family along on a business trip.
Hell yeah.
That has completely changed. I would never think of doing that.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Remember we brought all of us, we went on the radio convention.
Yeah, we went to the radio convention and
We
brought
brought-
all our wives and girlfriends.
to Florida, to Miami.
It was nice.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but I'm not a hypocrite on this one because I'm thinking of business trips that the company pays for. Like they send you, they do the whole thing. That's
there was
what,
once a time they did pay for those.
Yeah, and then I would never think. I feel like it would be bad if I brought I kind of protested and said, you know what? Why can't we bring our family in my own brain? I had that because I had that conversation in my brain, going, yeah, I don't see any reason why we can't do this. This is a great trip. It's going to be down in a really cool area with a beach, and we're paying for it. So why don't we? Well, we should get to bring anybody at that point.
If I remember correctly, that not even happened because no one could go one year, and I went. And to one of the conventions, I was like, I'm bringing my now wife, and we went, and we had the best time. That was like one of the few times where it was so much like more fun having her there because I think like everyone was like excited to meet her from like the other radio people, and then I came back. I was like, I had a blessed time, and then the next time we all went, like, why don't we do that again? And we all had a great time. Yeah, granted, it was Miami. It wasn't like going like Miami's a lot. Look, Chicago's cool, but Miami's a lot more fun when you're like trying to have like some fun couple stuff to do.
Yeah, next level with that.
Right, like let's hang out on the beach as opposed to let's walk out of our hotel and maybe we'll see someone get stabbed. There's a little bit of a difference.
Somebody might throw some pot at you. You just never know.
All true stories.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But now it seems like people are like, business trip, bring anyone to bring. And so that's what people are saying. You can let's bring the whole family, bring our friends, significant others.
As long as you get the business part done.
I agree.
Then at least you don't have I don't know, sometimes I just hate you go on those things, you're like, it'd be fun to have the people that matter to you, like your wife or your good friend or whoever, you go and enjoy the city together then when the business part's done.
And the idea that you have basically, because of technology, you are taking your work home with you. You are working at home. You are working on the weekends. So the idea of mixing business with pleasure, which was never a thing in my generation, is completely done. I mean, business is definitely mixed with everything. So I don't have a problem with this, and I hope companies don't have a problem with this because you've wormed your way into our personal lives thanks to email and all stuff.
You might as well endear yourself with that person's significant other.
Yeah, and a lot of folks think that, the cool thing is they get to extend the trip after.
That's cool.
Or go early. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, how wonderful is it even to the fact that, you bring the family and you go, look, I still have stuff to do, but you can take the kids, do whatever you want. If you have one spouse that, whatever, that's a really cool thing.
Well, it was a kind of sort of a business trip, and the company didn't pay for it. It was the WWE. But remember, they used to fly us out for SummerSlam to go do all the interviews.
That was good stuff.
And one time, actually twice, they're like, okay, you could also bring somebody to help you. They're like, and I was like, cool. And I brought my friend Munson to be my producer.
Good job.
And he got his own flight and all that, and it was awesome. We were just. He actually did help out, but you had a good time also with him. It was just
oh yeah,
got the work done, but then got to enjoy being in Los Angeles together.
Wasn't that the year you guys consumed some stuff and had a hard time walking through escalators?
Allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah. I just
curious.
thought it was a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, I was told because of the calories that you should only have a little bite of the cinnamon roll.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to be healthy.
Yeah. Apparently, I took too big of a bite, and the calories made me feel weird.
Yes.
Calories.
I'm going to say this.
Steve,
that escalator freaked me the F out. Yeah. Do you remember that? I stood at the top of that escalator going, I don't think I can do it, guys.
Do I remember that? That's when I was in the laughing fit at everything that you were doing. Do I remember that? Basically, because, again, I was watching my calories, too.
I don't know, look at them and go, guys, I can't do it.
And I'm just
this random family just walks by our little 4-year-old has the same problem.
Yeah.
Different reasons.
And I'm hysterical. As Steve is petrified, I'm hysterical. And, and you could tell that, okay, these guys are noobs at whatever it is they just did because they've done something. And if people took bets, they go, did you guys maybe eat something too much of it? Because you look like you ate too much of something, you noobs.
Finally built up the courage to get on it, and I was white knuckling. That was I was holding on for dear life, and then we get down to the bottom, and I'm like, oh. And then we started walking around, and it was they were in the middle of construction. You remember? And it was you had to take the different ways, and you were walking through these. What felt like abandoned alleyways of this airport.
Oh, sure.
And I was just I don't know if we're ever going to get out of here.
And I've never been the happiest in my life. Once I got over I was petrified on the plane because, this low calorie product was kicking in. And, and I was terrified on the plane. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. What's taking so long? I got to get it. And then eventually it was a laughing fit because Steve was just I don't know. And then I'm looking at him going, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Steve is the funniest human being I've ever encountered in my entire life.
That's amazing.
The best part, now if I remember correctly, and this is like forever ago when this happened, and it was almost like one of my dumb harebrained ideas. If I would have actually maybe followed through with it, it could have made us millions. Remember, we were at the restaurant, and we felt like we were waiting an eternity for the waitress to come to us, which maybe was like 3 minutes.
Yeah, but again, time works differently with this low-calorie food we had.
Right, I'm like, we need to come up with like some kind of a program that's like a little computer screen at the table, and you can put in your order, and you don't even need. And then we're all like, "That's brilliant." And then I was like, "No, we can't do it. That's going to take away jobs."
And look, everybody's doing it. Red Robin's got it going on.
Right.
Yeah.
This is like way before then. I mean, granted, probably someone already had it figured out. Not me, Mr. Had one too many calories in my system.
That's where all the good ideas come from, though. You know what? You start on an escalator. Next thing you know, you come up with technology that revolutionizes the restaurant industry.
I think I even like when she finally came to the table, I'm like, "We've been waiting for you." Not like a negative way. Like I was like,
I'm so happy to see you.
She looks at him going, okay, Mr. the Ripper. And then she looks at me just hysterical going, he's just laughing at everything. It was, and again, suspiciously, I don't know why, but it was when you decided to make your best buddy, the producer of our trip. It's like, wow, all this, I loved it. That was the best trip ever. I didn't have to worry about anything. And you were the most entertaining human being that ever.
That was one of the most fun nights ever.
That was great.
We need more of them cinnamon rolls.
Can you believe Steve said one of his fun nights ever and I was there?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
What does that tell you?
It was a blast.
Bring your low-calorie food when you're around me. That's what We got a well-known actress that was served with custody papers. Oh, I saw the video of this. That's epic. While she was at a film convention. Who did this happen to? I'll tell you at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. You guys know Olivia Wilde, the actor?
I don't know.
I think if you saw her, you'd be very happy at what you saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's attractive.
Well, she's your kind of attractive. Like, you have a type.
I do.
And
hot? Yes.
That's Olivia Rodrigo. Which you don't want to be looking at her because I don't think I know she's got her driver's license.
She's 19.
Oh, is she 19 now?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
not that I was looking for any reason. That was the first Olivia that came up on my thing.
Okay. Well, there she is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And she was married to Jason Sudeikis from Ted Lasso and Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which it's funny you say that because I saw this yesterday and I was like, I didn't realize that they divorced because my girlfriend's a huge Jason Sudeikis fan, huge fan. And I was like, hey, you have a chance now. But apparently they broke up a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you're looking out for the best interest of your girlfriend.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Your girlfriend deserves the best, Danny. And that's true love when you go, you know what, honey, I need to step aside. Jason Sudeikis is now available.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably hang out with Jason Sudeikis.
So she's got this new movie, Olivia. It's called Don't Worry, Darling. And so she was at a Las Vegas convention called CinemaCon. Oh, yeah. And so here she is, going on stage. I think about to say some things before the movie is to be screened. And someone in the front row approached the stage and slid a manila envelope marked personal and confidential and slid this envelope towards her.
Oh.
And Olivia was just like, this is for me. So she picks it up, looks inside. She barely reacted. And then she just said, thank you. And then continued with her presentation because she is a professional.
Well, it's kind of weird that someone could just walk up while she's like a big name Hollywood person. They got some top-notch security.
Well,
this guy just walks up and is like, here's an envelope. Like, wouldn't you be like, don't open that. There could be anthrax in there or something. I'm overreacting, but you never know.
You don't know. The guy could have. You're absolutely right, Steve. Because if he went up there and he could have given her anything, you think they would have learned something after the Will Smith situation that we need to have better security to keep people from going on a stage. Somebody should be able to stop you.
And she's clearly the opposite of me because when we get mail, it takes me months before I open up any envelope. Like, she's opening it up immediately. I would have been like, thanks, and then threw it somewhere.
Maybe she thought it was like notes for her.
Probably.
She was going to say.
So here's what it was. And I have to tell you,
if I'm Jason Sudeikis, I know that, look, my personal life is my personal life. Don't know what's going on between the two of them. It was apparently papers. He's trying to get custody of their kids. And
serve the custody papers while she's presenting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And if you're Jason Sudeikis, you've got lawyers, and the lawyer's obviously employing somebody to serve people. I understand that, you've got to go do this. You are served. But if I'm Jason Sudeikis, I fire my lawyers. Because that is a bad look. You just made Jason Sudeikis look like a dick.
But unfortunately, I think he came out and said, I had no idea they were going to do it during that time. Because I don't think I wouldn't think that they are hip to that. It's just like, okay, you got to serve the papers, and they hire somebody whose job is to find that person. I don't know if you've ever had papers served to you.
I never had, because obviously nobody cares about me.
I had one time from a car accident. Somebody like a year after the accident decided, I'm going to sue this guy. And
really?
All of a sudden, I'm out in my back little area. It's my old house when I lived in a different spot. And I was like, just doing something. And all of a sudden, I just hear, Steve? And I'm like, yeah, I have something for you. Like,
hello.
Like, what? Like, all right. He's like, I'm serving you papers. I'm like, can you just hand them over the fence? He's like, yep. And I just leaned over. Just looked at me. I'm like, thank you. And I open up. I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me.
You have been served.
But I was like, of all things, like, this guy's just waiting outside my house, heard me outside my house, probably knocked on my door and I didn't answer.
Yeah.
And then heard something out there, and I answered, and I said my name, and he's like, got him.
I can understand. I don't know. How else would you have access to Olivia Wilde? I mean, It is a tough one. So I don't know if you can get to her home.
Right. So someone even said that's the process server's fault, not even the lawyers that are responsible for that. They're probably like, she's going to be at this event.
Yeah.
Just go there, and he's probably thinking, I'll just hand it to her there.
What are the chances? I just got this flyer that she's going to be at Comic-Con or whatever it is.
How awkward.
So you can't even blame the lawyers, because there's a company they had to involve, right?
Right.
They can yell at the company, but that's it.
Yeah, they probably don't say, hey, get these to Olivia Wilde, but don't bother her at the convention.
See, I don't understand why there's not a better way, like where you have to surprise somebody. Why don't we legally have a better way to go, look, you're being sued, and I would think there would be a governmental agency that would ensure this would happen. I don't understand why we have things like this.
It's because there's people probably avoiding getting those papers because they know if I don't get it, it's not a lawsuit.
It reminds me of Pineapple Express.
Yes.
Seth Rogen's character was a process server, and he had to dress up as like a flower delivery guy or something like that. It was one of those things where people will just actively not take it or just run away from you if they think that you're going to serve you papers.
First of all, I totally forgot that was
too.
his role in the show.
The whole opening of the movie.
Yeah, the entire opening of it.
Totally forgot that. Well, I might have not been watching it completely sober.
Somebody said the guy's a licensed process server. I promise you, that guy serving Olivia Wilde was in contact with security before doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Why does security hate Olivia Wilde so much? They're probably more of a Sudeikis person.
Oh, yeah.
They love Ted Lasso.
I think security's in trouble for letting that happen. They can go, you can try, you can't get that's really bad for security.
There's a lot of weird things about this.
If he had to talk to security in order to be able to get access, he must have paid him off. I bet he just said, here's a couple $100 you let me get up to the stage. Wow. Oh, man.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So Olivia Wilde dealt with an awkward moment as she was served with custody papers while in the middle of a film convention. Based on this, we want to know, what was the most awkward thing to happen to you in public? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What was the most awkward thing to happen to you in public? Your calls, your texts after Lincoln Park on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Olivia Wilde dealt with a very awkward moment as she was served with custody papers while in the middle of a film convention. So based on this, we want to know, what was the most awkward thing to happen to you in public? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Pat in Seattle. Pat, you are on The Rock.
Hey, BJ. This didn't happen to me. I happened to a Seattle Supersonic.
Uh-oh.
He was ducking everybody that tried to get him, lived in an inaccessible place. So the agent of the guy that was suing him sent me to the game and got me a really good seat. And I was seated behind the bench and like a row or two back, but I could reach over. And when the guy came off the court, I'm not going to name him. But when he came off the court for a breather, I went, hey, and he looked back and I went, you're served. But I did it as inconspicuously as I could.
Wow.
Nobody really knew what I was doing.
Did you at least say "Go Sonics" after you handed it to him?
Yeah.
Hell yes. Hell yeah.
What did he? So did he say anything? Or did he just glare at you like, "What the hell"?
He was really cool about it, super professional, because you could see he respected that I was being discreet as I could be.
Yeah, it wasn't like you had a giant sign.
No, God,
you got served. Go Sonics.
Wow. Now you try to be as respectful as you can.
Did you try and weasel a free jersey from the person that had to hire you? I gotta look the part.
Oh, good call.
Hey, they got me really expensive tickets for free for me and my dad, so we sat.
That's pretty cool. Was that the weird? Did you do a lot of that, like serving papers to people?
Oh God, I've been doing it 30 years. I still am.
Oh man,
I'm really experienced. I've got like a million crazy stories. I've been flown down to Palm Springs to serve somebody at a convention because I'm the only one that knows what he looks like and how to get him.
Wow.
And I've had just wacky crap, happen like tons.
So I guess I was very upset about this, but basically the way the system works, Pat, they're really how do you feel about the person that served Olivia Wilde? Is it just part of the job and we shouldn't hate on that person?
It's just part of the job, and also you figure Jason Sudeikis or his attorney may have gotten him access to that front row with tickets or something, and they're not going to think much of it when you put people in. You can't screen everybody. I've served comedians on stage.
Oh, so you've on stage, you've literally gone up there and here's just like what happened to her.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Do you at least wait for them to finish their punchline, or if they're bombing? Do you
I wait till the end of their set. I've served about three comedians on stage.
Whoa.
Nobody really famous, but I usually the second they're kind of leaving, I'll try to catch them at the side of the stage. And one recognized me. You could see he was getting ready to jet, so I just tossed him at his feet, and I go, "You're served." And he flipped me off, and off he went. So
don't kill the messenger. You're just doing your get. It's not like you didn't do anything wrong. You're just the person handing over the papers.
No. Hey, and I'm the one that kept going to his home, and he had every opportunity. See, that's what people don't stop to think about, is Olivia Wilde could have caused this to not happen by just sacking up and taking the damn papers.
Well, it's hard for her to sack up. I mean,
yeah.
Hey, have you ever knocked on a door to hand papers over and the person was naked?
Yes, I've had that happen many, many times.
Wow.
And,
what a life.
I got to say, the vast majority of the times it's been a pleasurable experience.
Good for you, Pat. Man,
Pat, I can hear your stories all day. You need to write like a book of all the crazy experiences you've had.
Oh yeah. And Steve, the guy that got you just probably heard you in your backyard and went over to the fence and said, "Well, maybe he's over there."
Yeah.
And there he is, and give him the papers. But that interaction is the most common thing because you're a normal person that acts like you act sanely. And you took your papers, and there you go. That's the end of the story.
Well, I tried sticking my dog on him, but Lulu's 7 pounds, so it really didn't scare him.
Yeah, it didn't really.
I had somebody stick a couple pit bulls on me once. And I just got over the fence in the nick of time.
You got to be kidding me. You're like a secret agent.
I know. I had to go back and give him papers again. When I tossed him over his fence, the dogs ripped him up, and I said, "That's on you, stupid." And
the next time, bring some dog biscuits.
Damn, dude.
I do.
Pat, have you been injured doing your job?
Yes, I got bit by a Great Pyrenees that ripped my leg up once.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I did, yeah. And
they're very protective dogs.
The people that stick the pit bull on me, next time I went there, I brought this 250-plus pound Mastiff with me to protect me from the pit bulls. And
nice work.
He threw the pit bull like 20 feet in the air like a pinwheel. And then the guy's like, "Don't let him hurt my dog." And I'm like, "Look at this big guy."
How is there not a TV series done on your life?
There really should be. There should be a reality show on you, Pat. That's, wow.
There is a reality show at the process server, but it's totally unrealistic and stupid.
Which is crazy because your story, someone would think like these just sound so unrealistic. But I mean, I'm sure that what you're saying is legit. It's just like they're just so crazy.
And is it true that the person has to confirm who they are before you give them the papers?
Well, it's nice if they do, but think about it. If everybody had to do that, nobody would, and nobody'd ever get served. So you find out what they look like, and if somebody goes, "Who wants to know?" If I ask you that, it's like saying, "Yeah, that's me. Who the hell are you?" So you have to be able to confirm that it's them, or at least believe that it is them, because sometimes there's no way to confirm it, and you're just dropping them at their feet, and they refuse to take them, and you're just hoping for the best. And then you give a description of the person, because some people just are never going to cooperate, and they're just obstinate. There's no way around it, so you do what you can.
Yeah, those are the people that are guilty. It's like you shouldn't even have to go to trial at that point.
Yeah, well, everybody gets their day in court, DJ.
You're right.
Did you hear that there's a guy, the My Pillow guy, the Mike Lindell, he was served with his lawsuit on camera?
Oh,
someone just texted it in saying that happened like live on TV.
That's great.
It's happened more times than people realize, and a lot of athletes. I served Sean Kemp paternity papers. I've served all kinds of people. By the way, Sean Kemp is the nicest guy you ever met. He's a really sweet guy. There's nothing negative to say about him.
Well, the rumors are true. You had a lot of practice. You had a lot of kids. No, kidding.
And so, Pat, what you're saying is,
can you get an autograph if you do that? Like, can you say, "Hey, I know like this is awkward, but dude, I loved you with the Sonics."
Actually, when it's come to like football and basketball and baseball players and whatnot, if there's a bunch of people around, I pretend I'm trying to get an autograph, and I'll discreetly go, "Hey, I got papers for you, man. I don't want to flash them. And here, can you sign my autograph? Sign your autograph? Just hold that." And they kind of give you a nod, like, "Hey, thanks, man." And then they sign, my receipt, and then take the papers and stuff them in their back pocket or toss them in their car. Yeah, I try to be cool.
Yeah, so you get an autograph out of the deal. I like the fact that at least it shows that you're trying your best. And is would that have been the first opportunity for you to encounter somebody like that, or like you said, Pat, Olivia Wilde could have done something different? Do people know they're about to get served before you actually surprise them on a stage like that?
Well, yeah. When it comes to that crazy of a way to do it, they almost always know. There was that guy, I forget what the political thing was going, where it was in the news where the server drove up behind his wife in the driveway and ran into the garage. It was one of these, I think, post January 6th deals, where he was serving the guy, and you can leave him with somebody at their home usually. So he left it with his wife, and there was footage of it on the news. The people run from you. You try to be straight up with everybody, but not everybody's cooperative, man.
30 years doing this, Pat being a server, and boy, the stories. Pat, thanks so much for the call.
Dude, thanks for the call. That was a lot of fun hearing your stories.
You're welcome. Bye.
There you go. And Pat, if you think of any more crazy stories, feel free to call in and go, "I forgot to tell you this, guys, but I also had this happen."
Call back during Listeners on the Loose. Give us your top 3 crazy instances.
That's fantastic. Wow.
I'll tune in for that.
Yeah. Oh, you will? You'll show up for that?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I know you got a busy day and everything, but if you're going to come back for that.
It's a crazy day. What a story.
Yeah. Oh, man. We got a guy that bought a cockatoo. We don't know how many he had, maybe 1 or 2. No, hey. And this bird won't stop singing a popular hard rock song. The audio of the bird is awesome. You're going to hear it at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.